So go ahead and find a nice comfortable spot on your mat. Maybe seated cross-legged, maybe hands resting on your legs. And then maybe close your eyes and begin taking in long, slow, deep breaths. In through your nose and out through your nose. Just taking a few moments, setting aside the busyness of the day. Just taking a few moments to watch your breath as it flows in and flows out. Long, slow, deep breath. Last week we worked on the 4-7-8 breathing at the end of the practice, and I'd like to continue that practice today because that's such a good breathing practice for anxiety and for anxious situations. So just as a reminder, the 4-7-8 breathing goes, you breathe in for 4, you hold for 7, and you breathe out for 8, and then you repeat. And so I'll walk us through the first round, and then you can continue from there. So as you breathe in, inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale and continue from there using your own count. Maybe 4 or 5 rounds of the 4-7-8 breathing. And then after 4 or 5 rounds of the 4-7-8 breathing, just come back to deep inhales and exhales. Now breathe in a few more breaths. And then slowly open your eyes and make your way to your knees. That's where we'll begin today. We'll begin in this tall hero with our hips stacked over our knees, core engaged. On your inhale, sweep your hands up to the sky. And then take your right hand and reach over and grab your left wrist. Lift your left wrist up towards the sky and then peel it over towards the right side of the mat, getting a side body stretch. Inhale back up to center. And then with your left hand, take your right wrist, lift it up towards the sky and peel it over to the left. Inhale back up to center. Exhale, lower your hands down behind your back. Interlace your fingers and then begin to lift your hands towards the back of the mat, creating space through the front of your chest. And then release And on your exhale, sit back towards your heels. Brace your core, brace your hip flexors. Inhale, lift back up. And then once again, exhale, sit back towards your heels. And then inhale up. And exhale down. Inhale your hands up to the sky. On your exhale, take your right hand to your left leg. Take your left hand on the low part of your back and exhale your gaze over your left shoulder. Inhale back to center, hands up to the sky. Exhale your right hand to your left knee. Left hand to your right knee. Right hand on the low part of your back. Gaze over your right shoulder this time. Inhale back to center. Sweep your hands up to the sky. Interlace your fingers. Press your palms up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, release, and make your way to tabletop. Once you get to your tabletop position, take your right hand, flip it upside down, fingertips facing your left, and gently press your wrist towards the ground, press your elbow towards straight. And then release, and we'll do the other side. Take your left hand, flip it upside down, fingertips facing your right, press your wrist towards, your wrist towards the ground, your elbow towards straight. And then release, flipping your fingertips away from each other. And on your exhale, let your shoulders slide towards the right side of the mat. Inhale to center. Exhale your shoulders towards the left. Once again, inhale to center. Exhale to the right. Inhale to center. And exhale to the left. And then inhale back to center and make your way to tabletop. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Press all 10 fingers into the mat. On your inhale, lift your chin up towards the sky. Let your belly drop down, cow pose. Exhale, chin to chest, round your back, cat pose. And then flow through your cat and cow, moving with your own breath. So maybe 3 or 4 rounds of each. And after 3 or 4 rounds of each, make your way back to tabletop. And then take your right hand, extend your right hand forward with your thumb up. Stabilize your base through your left hand and your right knee. Lift your left knee and extend your left leg. Brace your core here nice and tight. On your exhale, pull your extended knee and elbow towards the center of your body. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee and elbow in. Inhale, extend. One more time. Exhale, knee and elbow in. Inhale, extend. Lower your hand and your knee back down to tabletop. And we'll switch sides. Take your left hand, extend your left hand forward with your thumb up, and then extend your right leg back. Fully engage your core once again, and then exhale, pull your extended knee and elbow to the center of your body. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee and elbow in. Inhale, extend. And then one more time. Exhale, knee and elbow in. And inhale, extend. Lower your hand back down. Lower your knee back down. And then sit back towards your heels once again into your hero pose. Take a few breaths here. Maybe massage your wrists out. and then make your way back to tabletop. From your tabletop position, take your right foot and kick it out to the side, making a kickstand. Tuck your right toes in the floor so you have a good solid base in your right leg. Take your left leg, extend it back, touch your toes on the floor, and let your heel of your left foot fall over so that you're on the inside of your left foot. Press into your right hand, lift your left hand up to the sky, maybe take your gaze up towards your left thumb. And then if you want to add in a little hip flexor work, lift your extended leg up off the mat. Lower your left foot back down to the mat and firmly press it into the floor. Brace your core and inhale, rise up with T-arms. Take your left hand, lower your left hand down to the inside of your left leg. Right hand lifts up to the sky and reaches over towards the left side and your left foot. Inhale back up to center, T-arms. Exhale, slowly lower your right hand back down using your core. Left hand up to the sky. Once again, inhale, strong through your core, rise up. Exhale, left hand lowers, right hand lifts and reaches. Inhale back up to your arms. Exhale, slowly lower back down to your side plank. Lower your hand and your knee back down and make your way back to tabletop position. And then we'll do the other side. I'll spin around so that you can see. This time, take your left foot, make a kickstand with your left foot. Extend your right toes back, right leg straight, and let your right heel fall over onto the mat. Weight shifts over into your left arm, right arm lifts up to the sky, gaze up towards your right thumb. Brace your core, brace those muscles around your rib cage. And then if you like, lift your extended leg up off the floor. Slowly lower your extended leg back down, firmly plant it into the mat. Firmly plant your left knee into the mat. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, lower your right hand down. Take your left hand, sweep it up to the sky and reach it over towards the right. Inhale back to center. T-arm. Slowly lower your left hand down using your core as you go. Right hand lifts back up to the sky. Once again, inhale, rise up strong. Exhale, right hand lowers in front of your right leg. Left hand lifts and reaches. Inhale back to your arms. Slowly lower back down to your side plank. And then lower your hand and your knee back down to your tabletop position. Once you get into your tabletop position, sit back towards your heels, bring your head down towards the mat into child's pose. Take a couple of breaths here in your child's pose. Inhale, rise up to a knees down push-up. The shoulders stacked over your wrists. Hips are in front of your knees and your knees down push-up. Press all 10 fingers firmly into the mat. Brace your core. Inhale. Exhale, slowly lower down to the mat. Press into your hands. Peel your chest up off of the floor. Cobra pose. Exhale down. Inhale to the top of your knees down push-up. Tuck your toes and exhale to your first down dog of the day. Pull your head in between your arms, nice long straight back, feeling those vertebrae expanding and stretching away from each other, creating length and space through your back. And then maybe pedal your feet out, bending one knee and straightening the other, and then switching sides, walking your feet back and forth. Just stretching and warming up the back side of your leg. And then find stillness here in your down dog for just a few breaths. Next, slowly walk to the front of the mat, forward fold. Let your head hang heavy here in your forward fold. You can either let your arms hang down, hands hang down, or if you like, maybe take opposite elbows. Feel free to hang heavy here, or if you feel like you might need to sway side to side, maybe add that in. You grab the opposite elbows, let your hands hang down once again towards the ground, and then begin to sit back like you're sitting into a chair. Inhale, sweep your hands up to the sky. On your exhale, take your right hand to your left knee. Take your left hand on the low part of your back. Take your gaze over your left shoulder. Inhale back to center. Sweep your hands up to the sky. On your exhale, take your left hand to your right knee. Right hand on the low part of your back. Gaze over your right shoulder this time. Inhale back to center. Hands up to the sky. Inhale, rise up and reach. Exhale, forward fold. I'm going to take my glasses off. I knew something wasn't right. I got the wrong glasses on. Inhale, half lift. And then exhale, step or hop to plank. Inhale, exhale down. Inhale to cobra. Exhale down. Tuck your toes. Inhale up and exhale, down dog. Take a couple of breaths here in your down dog. Now step, walk, or hop to the front of the mat, forward fold. Slight bend in your knees, press strong into your feet. Inhale, rise up, hands up to the sky. On your exhale, bring your hands to prayer. Slowly shift your weight over into your left leg. Fully engage your left leg. Take your right knee and lift your right leg up. On your exhale, slow and in control, step your right leg back to high lunge. Once your toes finally touch the mat, slowly roll your weight back until your weight is evenly distributed between both feet. Inhale, hands up to the sky, high lunge. Feel free to stay here in your high lunge, or if you would like, slowly lower down. Let your right knee slightly touch. Don't put any weight on it. And then rise back up. Once again, slowly lower. Let your right knee lightly touch. And then rise back up. And then one more time. Right knee lowers and rises back up. Begin to shift your weight towards the front of the mat. Once your back toes are light, slowly lift them up off the mat just a couple of inches. Press into your left leg. Rise up, pull your right knee through. Lower your right foot down and exhale, forward fold. Press into both feet. Inhale, rise up, hands to prayer once again. Once again, shift your weight into your left foot. Lift your right knee up. Once again, slowly step your right leg back. Once it gets back and your toes touch down, roll back onto your right foot into warrior one, letting that right heel come down to the mat, warrior one. Inhale, sweep your hands up to the sky. Every muscle in your body engaged. Bring your arms to field goal pose. Take a moment, maybe look over to the side, see if your wrists are stacked over your elbows. If they're not, make an adjustment. And then slowly begin to pull your elbows towards the back of the mat. As you do that, begin to lift your chin up towards the sky as you release into a back bend. Inhale back up to center, hands back up to the sky one more time. Slowly begin to shift your weight forward towards your left foot. Once again, once your back toes are light, lift them up, press into your left leg, rise up, pull your right leg through. And lower it down to the floor, and exhale, forward fold. Press into both feet. Inhale, rise back up again, hands to prayer. Shift your weight into your left foot. Lift your right knee once again, same knee. Slowly step your right leg towards the back of the mat. Once it gets there, spin your foot across the mat into your warrior two, so your front foot, front heel is in line with the arch of your back foot. Once you get there, bring your arms to warrior two arms. Take a breath here. On your inhale, straighten your left leg so that both legs are nice and straight. Reach your left hand towards the front of the mat as your left hip pulls towards the back of the mat. Slowly lower your left hand down to your shin or down to the mat, whichever works for you. Bring your right hand up to the sky. Maybe take your gaze up towards your right thumb if your neck says that's okay today. If not, then maybe turn your gaze down towards the ground. Your choice. Slowly bend your knee back to warrior two. Inhale, rise back up, warrior two arms. Take your right hand, sweep it forward and up towards the sky, left hand towards the sky as well as you peel your right heel up off the mat back to high lunge. Slowly begin to bring your weight forward. Once that back toe is light, once again, rise up, pull your right knee through, and lower your foot down, and exhale, forward fold. Press into both feet. Inhale, rise back up, hands to prayer. All right, last time through. Bring your weight over to your left foot. Once again, right knee lift. Slowly step your left leg back. And we're going back to warrior two once again, just like in the last sequence. Bring your arms to warrior two. Spin your left hand. Drop your right hand. Lift your left hand up to the sky. Inhale back, warrior two arms. Once again, sweep your left hand towards the front of the mat and up to the sky. Both hands up to the sky. Peel your right heel up to high lunge. Slowly bring your weight forward till your back foot's light. Sweep your right leg through. Lower your foot down to the ground and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step or hop to plank. Press into all 10 fingers. Brace your core nice and strong in your plank pose. We'll stay here for maybe 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, lower down to the mat. Inhale to cobra, untuck your toes. Exhale down. Once again, tuck your toes. Inhale up and exhale, down dog. Couple of breaths here in your down dog. Now step, walk, or hop to the front of the mat, forward fold. Press into both feet. Inhale, rise up, hands to prayer. And that'll bring us to the other side. Slowly shift your weight into your right leg as you lift your left knee up. Then slow and in control, step your left leg back to high lunge. Once your toes touch down, shift your weight back until your weight's evenly distributed between both feet. Inhale your hands up to the sky. Once again, feel free to stay here in your high lunge, or if you would like, slowly lower down, touching your left knee down, and then pressing back up. Once again, lower your left knee down, press back up. Last time, lower your left knee down, and press back up to your high lunge. Now begin to shift your weight forward till your back foot's light. Once your back foot's light, lift your toes up off the mat, press into your right leg, rise up, sweep your left leg through. Lower your left foot down, exhale, forward fold. Press into both feet. Inhale, rise up, hands to prayer. Shift into your right leg. Left knee lifts once again. Slowly step your left foot back in control. And then roll back into your warrior one so that left heel is on the floor. Left foot's kind of at that 45-degree angle with the front of the mat. Inhale, hands up to the sky. Exhale, arms to field goal post. Once again, check your alignment. Wrists over elbows. Begin to pull your elbows back. Chin lifts. Chest lifts into your back bend. Inhale back to center, hands up to the sky, warrior one. Slowly begin to shift your weight forward till your back foot is light. Once it's light, lift those back toes up. Sweep your left leg through and lower it down. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise back up. Hands to prayer. Once again, shift your weight into your right leg. Lift your left knee up. Slowly step your left leg back. And this time, spin your foot to warrior two. And bring your arms to warrior two. Remember, in your warrior two, your left leg is nice and straight. Right leg is bent as much as you would like. And breathe here in your warrior two for a breath. On your inhale, straighten your right leg so that both legs are nice and straight. And then begin to reach your right hand towards the front of the mat as your right hip comes towards the back of the mat. And then slowly lower your right hand down either to your shin or down to the mat, your choice. Left hand goes up to the sky. And then once again, your choice, your gaze can go up towards your left thumb or down towards the ground, your choice. Bend your right knee back to warrior two legs. Inhale, rise back up, warrior two. Take your left hand, sweep your left hand towards the front of the mat and lift both hands up to the sky. Peel your left heel up to high lunge. Slowly bring your weight forward till your back foot's light. Lift those back toes up. Sweep your left leg through. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise back up, hands to prayer. Last time through on this side. Bring your weight to your right leg. Once again, lift your left knee up. Slowly step your left leg back. And then back to warrior two once again. Inhale, rise back or lift your arms up to your T position. Back leg is straight. Front heel, right heel's in line with your left foot arch. Gaze over your right fingertips. Spin your right hand. Drop your left hand. Lift your right hand up to the sky, exalted warrior. Inhale back, warrior two. Take your left hand, sweep it towards the front of the mat. Hands back up to the sky. Peel your left heel up to high lunge. Slowly shift your weight forward till your back foot is light. Sweep that left leg through. Lower your foot down and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step or hop to plank. Once again, press all 10 fingers firmly into the mat. Brace your core. Nice plank pose. Nice stability through your back. Nice stability through your core. Legs engaged, arms engaged. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale, lower down. Untuck your toes. Inhale up to cobra. Exhale down. Inhale to tabletop this time. And then exhale to child's pose. And take a couple of breaths here in your child's pose. That sequence generated quite a bit of heat, so just take just a moment to breathe in and breathe out. Long, slow, deep breath. In through your nose and out through your nose. Inhale to tabletop. And from tabletop, step your right foot to the outside of your right hand, left foot to the outside of your left hand, and sit into your low yoga squat. Elbows on the inside of your knees, hands to prayer. Shift your feet away from each other if you need a little more help to get your heels on the ground. I find that helps. And then take a few breaths here in your low yoga squat. Press into both feet nice and strong. Inhale. Exhale, rise up. Reach your hands up to the sky. Exhale your hands down to mountain pose. And then bring your feet to mountain pose. And take a couple of breaths here. And that'll bring us to our balance pose for the day. A little bit different in our balance pose for the day. We're starting out with both feet on the mat. So with both feet on the mat, not quite hip width distance apart. Bring them just a little bit closer together than hip width distance apart. On your inhale, sweep your hands up to the sky. On your exhale, sit like you're sitting into a chair. Hips go back and down. Slowly shift your weight into your left leg. As you do that, peel your right foot up off of the floor. Inhale, rise up, pulling your right knee with you, and then extending your right leg. Bend your right knee once again. Slowly begin to come back into your squat, but don't touch your right toes on the ground. Press into your left leg, rise up, extend your right foot. And then bend your right leg. Slowly lower your right foot down, come back into your chair pose, lowering your right foot all the way back down into a normal chair pose. Inhale, rise and reach. Exhale your hands down to mountain pose. Shake your shoulders out, shake your legs out, catch your breath before we move over to the other side. Now, when you're ready, come back into your mountain position. Once again, with your feet a little slightly more narrow than your hip width. Inhale your hands up to the sky. Exhale, chair pose. Slowly begin to shift your weight into your right foot. As you do that, peel your left foot off of the mat. Press into your right foot. Rise up. Extend your left leg. And then bend your left leg. Slowly come back into your chair pose, but don't touch your left toes down. Just let them hover an inch or two up off the mat. Press into your right leg. Rise back up once again. Extend your left leg. Bend your left knee. Slowly lower your left foot back down and come back into your chair pose. Both feet on the floor. Inhale, rise up and reach. Exhale your hands down to mountain pose. And take your shoulders out, take your legs out. And then take a breath or two. Come back to your mountain pose. From your mountain pose, maybe close your eyes and just take a couple of breaths, giving yourself a moment to reset and refocus. That balance sequence today was a little bit of an energetic sequence. So give your breath just a moment to come back down. Give your heart rate just a moment to come back down. Long, slow, deep breath. In through your nose and out through your nose. Inhale, sweep your hands up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step or hop to plank. Once again, spread your fingers nice and wide, strong in your plank, maybe about 3 breaths here again. Inhale, exhale, slowly lower down. Unhook your toes, inhale to cobra pose. Exhale down, tuck your toes, inhale up, and exhale, down dog. Step, walk, or hop to the front of the mat, forward fold. Press into both feet, sit like you're sitting into a chair once again, hands up to the sky. Inhale, rise and reach. Exhale, hands to prayer. Shift your weight over into your left foot as you lift your right knee up. Slowly step your right leg back to high lunge. Touch your toes down, roll back till your weight's evenly distributed between both feet. Breathe here in your high lunge. Slowly straighten your left leg. As you do that, let your right heel release down to the mat to a warrior one position. On your exhale, fold over your right leg. Hands can come down to your thigh or down to your shins or all the way down to the floor into your fold. Slowly bend your left knee and then inhale, rise back up. Go ahead and spin your back foot to warrior two so that your front heel is in line with your back arch. On your inhale, straighten your left leg. As you do that, exhale, bend your right leg back and sit back into a side lunge towards the back of the mat. Inhale, rise back up, warrior two. Turn your chest towards the front of the mat. Peel your back heel up to a high lunge. Once again, straighten your left leg and then exhale, fold over your left leg. Again, hands on your thigh, hands on your shin, hands on the floor, whichever works best for you. Bend your left knee back to high lunge, and then rise back up to high lunge. Slowly shift your weight forward till your back foot is light. Once it's light, lift those back toes up, rise up, pull your right knee through. Lower your right foot back down to the mat. Inhale, hands up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step or hop to plank. Once again, 3 breaths here in your plank. Inhale, exhale down. Inhale to cobra. Exhale down. Tuck your toes. Inhale up and exhale down dog. Step, walk, or hop to the front of the mat, forward fold. Press into both feet. Inhale, rise up, hands to the sky. And exhale, hands to prayer. Shift your weight over into your right foot. Lift your left knee up. Step your left foot back to high lunge. From your high lunge, begin to straighten your right leg. As you do that, let your left heel fall down to the floor. And then exhale, forward fold over your right leg. Both legs are nice and straight here. Again, hands can go wherever works best for you. Begin to bend your right knee and then inhale, rise back up. As you do, go ahead and turn your left foot to warrior 2. Inhale, and on your exhale, begin to straighten your right leg, bend your left leg, side lunge to the back of the mat. Inhale, rise back up to warrior 2. Peel your left heel up off of the floor, back to high lunge. Straighten your right leg once again, and then exhale, fold over your right leg again. It's a little more challenging from high lunge than it is from the warrior 1 position. If you find it not working out well for you, you can lower that back heel down back to warrior 1. Begin to bend your right knee. Inhale, rise back up, high lunge. Slowly shift your weight forward till your back foot is light. Once it's light, sweep that back leg through. Whew, out of balance. Lower your left foot down. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. And then exhale, step or hop to plank. Once again, 3 breaths in your plank. Inhale, exhale down. Inhale to cobra. Exhale down. Inhale to tabletop this time. And then exhale to child's pose. And once again, take a little breather here, because that sequence was a pretty big heat generating sequence as well. Take a few breaths. Breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. Inhale to tabletop, and then exhale, lower down to the floor. Once you get down to the floor, bring your right forearm in front of your face and stack your left forearm on top of it. And then slowly lower your forehead down onto your forearm. And once you get there, lift your feet up off of the mat, and then windshield wiper your legs, left to right, right to left. 3 or 4 rounds on each side. And then after you've done an even number on each side, lower your feet back down to the floor, and then notice which arm is on top and which arm is on bottom, and switch. And then lower your forehead back down onto your forearm once again, and then lift your feet up off of the mat and scissor your legs back and forth once again. After you've done an even number on both sides, once again, lower your feet back down to the floor. Bring your hands by your chest. Inhale back up to tabletop. Tuck your toes and exhale to down dog. Step your right foot to the outside of your right hand, left foot to the outside of your left hand. One more low yoga squat. We'll just be here for a breath. Slowly release down to the mat. Roll down onto your back. Pull your knees into your chest. Lower both feet down to the floor, bringing your arms down by your side, pulling your heels towards your glutes so that your fingertips can almost touch your heels. Press into your feet, press into your forearms. On your inhale, lift your hips up to the sky in the bridge pose. Feel free to stay right here in bridge pose, or if you want a little more challenge, press your left foot firmly into the mat as you lift your right leg up and straighten your right leg up towards the sky. Slowly lower your right foot down to the mat. Inhale, lift a little higher into your bridge pose. Shift your weight into your right foot, strong through your right foot as you lift your left leg up to the sky. Lower your left foot down to the floor. Inhale a little higher into your bridge. And slowly rotate one vertebrae at a time as you come all the way back down to the mat. Once you get all the way back down to the mat, take your left ankle and place it across your right knee. Lift your right foot up off of the floor, pulling your right knee towards your chest. And then if you want to take your hands and reach around your right leg and pull it a little closer towards your head. Maybe flexing both feet, creating a little more stretch in that outside hip, in that outside glute on that left leg. And slowly lower your left foot down to the mat, but keep your ankle across, left ankle across your right knee. Next, take your left hand and reach toward your left foot, bringing your hand on the inside of your left foot so your left knee is on the outside of your left arm, and take the outside of your left foot. Slowly roll back down to the mat. Let your head rest on the floor, and then press your foot into your hand. Press your foot up towards the sky. Your right knee can continue to be bent, or you can extend your right leg forward and let it rest on the floor. Your choice. And continue to breathe here. Slowly lower your left foot back down to the mat. And once it gets there, take your right ankle across your left knee into your reclined figure four on the left side. Lift your left foot up off of the floor, pulling your left knee toward your chest. Reach your hands around your left leg if you like, flexing both feet. And slowly giving a gentle pull, pulling that knee a little closer to your chest, creating more extension in that right hip and right IT band. And continue to breathe. Slowly lower your left foot back down to the floor. And then just like the other side, take your right hand and reach it up towards the outside of your right foot. Your right knee is on the outside of your right arm. And slowly roll back down to the floor. Press your foot into your hand and lift it up towards the sky. Just like on the other side, your left leg can stay right where it is, or you can extend it forward and let it rest on the floor. Your choice. Slowly lower your left foot back down to the floor. Your right foot. Bring your left foot beside it. Bring your ankles and your knees together. Bring your arms out to a field goal post or a T position, out to your side. And on your exhale, let both of your knees fall over to the right. That's working out good for you and you want a little more extension to go along with that, maybe take your gaze over to the left. Inhale to center. And then exhale, let your knees fall over to the left. And if you like, take your gaze over towards the right. Inhale your knees back up to center. And then exhale, let both knees fall away from each other, recline butterfly. As you continue to deepen your breath. Inhale your knees back up to center. And then slowly extend your legs forward to your final resting pose. Just let your feet rest over to the side. Maybe walk your shoulder blades a little closer together so you can sweep your arms down by your side with your fingertips up towards the sky. And just relax into long, slow, deep breath. Watching the breath flow in and flow out. And just getting locked into the rhythm of your breath. Feel free to continue to watch your breath. Or if you would like to practice the 4-7-8 breathing practice that we did at the beginning, feel free to add that in now. In for 4, hold for 7, out for 8, and repeat. After you've done several rounds of breath, come back to deep inhales and exhales. Breathe in a couple of more breaths. And then begin to move your fingers and toes and arms and legs. Bring your movement back to your body once again. If you like to roll over to one side, take some breaths there. Feel free to do that now. And then moving at your own pace, when you're ready, slowly make your way back up to a nice comfortable seat. For my thinkative thought of the day, it comes from a guy, his name is Henry Rollins, and this is his thought. He says, people are getting a little desperate. People might not show their best elements to you. When that happens, you must never lower yourself to being a person you don't like. There's no better time than now to have a moral and civic backbone, to have a moral and civic true north. My Bible verse is from Ephesians 4:26, 27, and 29, and this is what it says. It says, be angry and do not sin. Do not let sin go down on your anger, and give no opportunity to the devil. Let no corrupt talking come out of your mouths, but only such as is good for building up, as fits the occasion, that it may give grace to those who hear. You know, I think we're about 4 or 5 weeks into this whole social distancing thing, and I think everybody's starting to get a little restless. People are starting to get a little frustrated, a little short-tempered at times. And so we just have to remind ourselves that everybody's feeling some of the same things that we're feeling, some more than others. And so just take that into account when other people tend to lash out at us or treat us disrespectfully. We have to, in these times, kind of give people the benefit of the doubt and show them love instead of anger. On your inhale, sweep your hands up to the sky. On your exhale, sweep them back down towards the ground. Once again, inhale up, together at the top, and exhale down to heart center. Have a blessed week. Thanks for allowing me to lead your practice today and for sharing your time with each other. I appreciate you being with me.